With e-tron versus the Bridgevine, I definitely feel that because Bridgevine just can be so explosive that they definitely have the advantage. Also, the e-tron deck is not running relics in the main, which like the mono green Tron decks do. Um, haven't seen like this isn't a typical Eldrazi. Hey, Dredge is also Bridgevine's also taking a mulligan. Um, it's not a typical list. It's kind of it looks like it's a mishmash between mono green Tron and Eldrazi Tron. So I think you definitely need like main board relics though, because I mean like it's a one mana draw against like any other deck. Tron doesn't really care about its graveyard. I guess he plays an Emrakul Promise End, so he kind of cares about his graveyard, but you're also playing Tron, so. Looks like Bridgevine is keeping their 6. And I'm probably gonna make a lot of mistakes on commentary with this matchup because I have not seen a Bridgevine deck in a long time. Alright. Looks like we're keeping this 5. Bridgevine, scratch 1. Turn 1. Power Plant. Sphere pass. It's like turn 1. Oh, look at that. The Expedition fetch. Meow. Meow. You are a talker today. Alright. So I'm getting yelled at by cats. Terrible cat dad. Cat dad. Hashtag terrible cat dad. Looks like I want to say it's a Blood Crypt. Where's my Chun player? Stitcher's Supplier, I think is Stitcher's Supplier, yeah. So ETB or dies, mill 3. Blood Gas, land. Alright. It's like pass turn. So there's a Thought Knot in hand, which could be relevant. It's like for a green. Oh, top drawing Emrakul. Draw a simple pass. So if he has a 4th land, he'll at least be able to get a beat stick on the board and take away a card from his opponent. But I mean, Bridgevine can just be ridiculously explosive. So land for turn, trigger, Blood Gas. Looks like we're gonna draw 2. Discard 2. No Vengevines yet. Oof. Alright. So 1. So we're discarding a land and a Walking Ballista. Citrus Supplier comes across for 1. It's like pass turn. Matter Reshaper. It's like he's just gonna cast a Matter Reshaper. So he's just going for. He just wants additional shots at land, I guess, as opposed to just playing a Thought Knot and seeing what's in his hand. If it wasn't for the Walking Ballista, I would assume my opponent's on like a budget version of Dredge. But when you see the Walking Ballista, you should know that it's a Vengevine deck. But again, if you're not familiar with it, it's very difficult to know that. You're just gonna assume it's, I guess, Dredge. So you're like, all right, like Matter Reshaper, like try and fight the ground game and just get value until you can find like All Is Dust or Ulamog's, Kozilek, Emrakul. All right, block, Blood Gas, trade. Take Take one mana, reshape a trigger, Endbringer. Comes to the hand. Alright. So, main phase 2. I think there's an Insolent Neonate. Yep. Land for turn, trigger Bloodghast. Looks like Lightning Axe. And 2 other cards. So it looks like 4th land. I mean 5th if he has. Alright, so Thought-Knot Seer. Bigger than anything on the board, so his opponent can choose to Lightning Axe it with the trigger on the stack. Discarding Bloodghast. So he'll draw a card first, and then his opponent will get to look through with Thought-Knot. So Ballista or land, obviously you can only take a Ballista, which is exiled. Pass turn. Alright, so, I mean, Bridgevine, not really doing what it's supposed to be doing. No bridges in the bin yet. Looks like we're going to Flashback Faithless Looting. Try and dig some of our maybe namesake cards out. Pitching. It's like 2 more land. We're going to come across for 4. Down to 13. Land for turn, Bloodghast trigger. Pass turn. Land number 6. I guess technically 7 if you have an Eldrazi. Endbringer is a pretty good one. You can start pinging away his creatures and forcing trades. Looks like there's a Bridgevine. I don't believe he has double green to cast it, though. I guess you do have the Insolent Neonate, so you could sack it. But Endbringer, I also believe, is a 5/5. So it's really hard for your army to get through. I mean, so you can swing for 4, put him to 9. If you discard the Neonate and then pitch a Bridgevine and draw, so Bushwhacker's the other card he has in hand. So it's like pitch that, draw. So Stitcher Supplier, Goblin, Bushwhacker, kicked, cast trigger on the stack. Vengevine comes in. Goblin Bushwhacker, all his creatures get +1/+0 and haste. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is 18 points of damage. So the biggest one you can block is 5, and 13 is still coming across. So I believe that is lethal. Oh, man. Bridgevine's showing why it was a really good deck when it first premiered, because that thing can just kind of win out of nowhere. Alright, let's go talk about the sideboards while they are sideboarding. Oops. That didn't get updated. Alright, hang on 1 second here. We're going to fix that. Apologize in advance to you guys. There we go. Assuming my computer does not die on me right now. Oh. Let's try that. Alright. There we go. Maybe. Oh my goodness. What do you get? Some days I hate Streamlabs. I really do. There we go. Okay. Uh, all right. So it looks like the Eldrazi Tron player took out uh, Matter Shaper, 2 Oblivion Swords, and Emrakul Aeon's Torn brought in 2 Spell Bombs, and additional Oblivion Stone, and additional All's Dust. I think those are fine. Looking at the rest of this board. Warping Whales would have probably been pretty good too because you could exile like the Blood Guests or the Grave Crawlers. Also, alright, so then looks like Bridgevine took out a Gravecrawler and 2 units for 2 Ancient Grudge and a Dismember. Against the Eldrazi Tron, that's definitely fine. I feel that like as a Bridgevine player, you just feel that you're faster than the Tron decks. So you don't really worry about them. And then, like, obviously you have Lands of Void in your own graveyard, or your own sideboard for, like, mirror matches and or dredge matchups. I remember there was a short time when Bridgevine was, like, the most popular deck of, they were actually running the Leylands in the main board, because they just figured the mirror matches, you stop them, alright, like, you gotta hard cast your creatures, we gotta go through it this way. Friendly reminder about our Gandalf troll when I go to Magic Fest Las Vegas. If we get to the $300 by August 20th, go to Magic Fest Vegas dressed as Gandalf, playing 4-color wear. Anytime I cast an Ensnaring Bridge, yell, "You shall not pass." Also, the Stronghold Ensnaring Bridges I have, I'm going to have altered to have Gandalf there, and then the Balrog trying to come across, because I am a huge LOTR nerd. I grew up with the books way before the movies came out, so it's really fun for me to do these kind of things as well, and I figure give you guys some fun as well. Looks like we're ready for game 2, and E-Tron will be on the play again. Hopefully being able to see an early turn Spell Bomb. Ratchet Bomb, I guess, also wouldn't have been bad, because a lot of his stuff is 1 CMC. So it's being able to, like, keep that up, like, cool, Bushwhack, everything's kicked, like, blow up half your board, not take lethal this turn. So, turn 1 Power Plant Sphere pass. I'm not sure which beautiful land that is, but it's a really good flex. Looks like we're getting the Blood Crypt, turn 1, Stitcher Supplier. I love how we have certain people in our community, it's like foil out everything. Like, it looks really good. It makes me jealous sometimes. Like, I'm not a big fan of foils, but when you foil out the whole deck, when you love a deck so much that you foil it out, I can appreciate that. I feel like he should have cracked the sphere for like a green just to dig a little deeper for an additional card, but I mean, I used to play Tron, so I know the sequencing. We want to dig farther because we're not losing mana at that point. So, come across for 1. Obviously, he doesn't want to put more cards in his graveyard. I'm not sure what's the... Oh, that's Saraseer. Okay. Sorry. I did not recognize the art. So it was like, alright, sack to... so he would scry, which I guess he doesn't care about. Oh, okay. So I said, yeah. So, all right. Does he have additional land for turns? Now the question. Still no bridges in the bin. No blood gas. It's like, all right, pass turn. Draw. Looks like 4 mana Thought Knot Seer. Ooh. That's actually a really tough choice. Taking a Bushwhacker doesn't seem to matter. If you take the Dismember, like they have no way to get the things in the bin. So I think we just take the Dismember and we go on the aggro route. I think is the best line of play here. And looks like Alec disagrees. Of course. Hey, what's up? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I missed. Oh, Citrus Supplier. Okay. All right. So Mana Shaper. And Etron is not able to find any of the lands. He should just start cracking. This, yeah, the stuff to just draw more cards, see if he can find Tron pieces or more temples. That works fine as well. Oh man, like the Ugin in hand. If he could just get Tron online early, I think at this point, yeah, you want to play. The star or sphere, excuse me. Um, he was just gonna block a Stitcher Supplier, and then just put more cards in the bin. Oh no, and a bridge from Lowe's in the bin, so he'll get a 2/2 zombie. And then mill 3. Any more creatures that go to the bin, he'll get more zombies, which looks like also though, so he stacks up a Seer, trigger everything, do all these things. Since a Bridgevine went in, he'll get additional zombie, I believe. Right? No, I'm not sure. Oh man, I gotta like. So it's been a while since I've seen the Bridgevine deck, so. Nihil Spellbomb, crack it immediately. So he can sack Seer, get additional zombie, scry 1, put it on bottom, and his grave is exiled. So if it passes back to his turn, it's what, 6? And then 10? So it's not quite enough to kill him with the Bushwhackers. So Goblin Bushwhacker kicked. Swing for 6. 8, excuse me. Yeah, so I mean, so like next turn he can effectively attempt to just kill his opponent if they can't do anything, or within the next 2 turns. Looks like pass. Uh-oh. It's not good. So we got land for turn with the Blackleaf Cliffs. Gravecrawler. Oh, with a Goblin Bushwhacker kick, so they all gain haste as well. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13 points of damage. The most you can block is 3. He has you 4 Xaxes. So if you don't have a kill spell in hand, like a Warping Whale or whatnot, that's just lethal. Oh man! All right, that's a good game. Bridgevine got it in 2. So that's where we are going to end tonight's stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. Also, we will have more of these games tomorrow. See you guys then.